Welcome to today's Explainer. Okay, we're diving straight into an absolutely amazing devotional today to discover a hidden superpower that, well, you actually already have. Now, you might be wondering, a superpower? Me? No way. But yes, absolutely. Today we're going to look really closely at a daily devotional reading that reveals exactly how your mind works and how you can unlock a very special kind of strength.
So, think about this for a second. Have you ever promised yourself, or maybe your parents or God, that you were going to stop doing something wrong? Maybe it was arguing with your sibling or, putting off your homework. But then, when the time actually came, you completely failed. You really wanted to do the right thing, but you just felt way too weak to actually pull it off. It's like your feelings totally hijacked you and stopped you in your tracks. If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. It's a super relatable struggle for all of us.
Section 1. Meet your deciding power.
What is the will?
The devotional calls this boss inside your head the will. It's literally the governing power in our nature, the deciding power. Imagine your mind is a giant ship, okay? All your thoughts, your tastes, your talents, they're the crew. The will is the captain, standing right at the steering wheel. It's the captain that decides which direction the whole entire ship goes, whether it's sailing towards obeying God or disobeying Him. It is your ultimate choosing power.
Moving on to Section 2, will versus your feelings. Who is really in charge? There's a massive contrast we have to understand here. On one hand, we've got the will, our steady, deciding power, the captain. But on the other hand, we have our feelings, and the devotional is incredibly clear about this. Our feelings, our impressions, our emotions, they are not to be trusted. They're flighty, they're unreliable. One minute you feel super happy and ready to help, and then bam, the next minute you feel grumpy and just want to quit. If you let those unpredictable feelings be the boss, well, your ship is absolutely going to crash.
Which brings us to Section 3, the ropes of sand, why our promises break.
The devotional uses this totally brilliant picture to explain this. It says, your promises are like ropes of sand. Think about that. Imagine going to the beach, scooping up a big handful of dry sand, and trying to tie it into a really tight knot to hold up something heavy. What's going to happen? It just crumbles right through your fingers, right? That is exactly what happens when you make promises relying on your own crumbly feelings instead of true willpower.
So here's the absolute crucial point. Just believing you should be good or just promising to be good isn't enough at all. The devotional warns us that we are in constant danger, constant peril, until we finally understand the true force of the will. We literally have to take that deciding power, our inner captain, and firmly put it on the side of faith and action. We've got to fight the fight of faith with all our willpower if we really want to conquer those old bad habits.
Section 4. Giving your will to Jesus, the ultimate alliance.
Now here's the really cool part. There's an actionable 1, 2, 3 sequence straight from the devotional. Step 1, and honestly this is the only part you actually have to do, is yield your will to Jesus Christ. That just means you hand the steering wheel completely over to Him. You say, Jesus, I am choosing to let you be the boss. Step 2, the devotional says God immediately takes possession. He steps right in. And step 3, God works in you and gives you brand new strength to do what pleases Him. You see, you don't actually have to be strong enough on your own. You just have to use your superpower to choose to let Him be strong for you.
And guys, the results of making this choice are seriously amazing. The devotional explains that, sure, we can't always control our wild impulses and emotions because, let's face it, feelings are still going to bounce around like crazy. But yielding our will allows God to make an entire change in our life. Your whole nature and even your very thoughts are brought under the control of the Spirit of Christ. You are literally giving the captain's chair to the greatest captain ever.
Section 5, getting super strength, winning the spiritual battle.
When you give your deciding power to Jesus, you get an epic upgrade. The devotional says your life becomes allied to the power which is above all principalities and powers. Now, what does that mean? It means that when the devil or any dark, evil forces try to fight against you and tempt you to do the wrong thing, you don't have to be afraid. No way. You are teamed up with the ultimate power of the universe. Jesus is vastly stronger than any enemy you will ever face.
And just look at these awesome rewards that happen when your will cooperates with God's will. The devotional promises that your life is hidden safely with Christ in God. You are held fast, like tightly gripped, to God's own strength. Not your crumbly sand strength, but God's completely unbreakable strength. And suddenly, a whole new light of living faith becomes totally possible for you.
It really all comes down to using that deciding power of yours to make the best choice in the world.
The devotional finishes with this exact powerful line that you can say to yourself today. I will give my will to Jesus, and I will do it now. That is your superpower in action. You aren't waiting for your feelings to magically change. You're just making the choice right now.
So, I want to leave you with this provocative final question straight from our reading today. Now that you know you have this amazing deciding power, and you know exactly how weak feelings actually are, will you use your will? Will you choose to be wholly, 100% on the Lord's side from this very moment on? Think about it. The choice is entirely yours to make.